This session you are going to see earned value management. Earned value management is one of the important topics in the PMP exam, and also it's one of the calculation intensive topics in the PMP exam. You can expect anywhere between 5 to 15 questions from this topic. I would not recommend you to just memorize the formulas without understanding, because if you have the understanding, it's easier for you to see how the formula comes up, and also it's easier for you to remember the formulas. As you know, PMP exam is not a test of memory, it's a test of understanding. To understand this concept of earned value management, we'll first see what is earned value management itself. Earned value management, if you simply look at it, is actually a tool for you to check the health of the project. So the project progresses happily, and then you don't want to wait until the end of the project to know what happened to the project in terms of the time, in terms of the money it took to complete the project and the scope. So what you want to do is at the mid of the project or at any different points in the project, you want to make sure that the project is progressing as it was planned. So earned value management is a tool for you to check the health of the project at each point of the project. Management is a kind of measurement to make sure that the project goes on track. Okay, so you can take some necessary actions to make the project go on track if it's not going on track. So to understand earned value management, we will take an example so it's easier for you to understand the concepts. Okay, so there is a project where we are going to build a road of 10 kilometers. So for each kilometer, it's going to cost you $1 million to build. So for 10 kilometers, it's going to be $10 million. And the duration of this project is 10 days. So 1 day, 1 kilometer, $1 million. So 10 days is going to be 10 kilometers and $10 million. So these are the three things we know right now. So from this we will expand it to accommodate other scenarios. So let's imagine there are three teams, Team A, Team B and Team C. All are doing the same project at different location. So Team A is constructing a 10-kilometer road at location 1. Team B is constructing a 10-kilometer road at location 2, and Team C 10-kilometer location 3. So three different teams. So all are given the same task of constructing a 10-kilometer road in 10 days, and the budget given is $10 million. Okay, let's go to Team A now. So the first thing we know right now is budget at completion. Okay, the budget at completion is $10 million, which is nothing but the budget for the project. Okay? So before the start of the project, you already know one value, which is budget at completion, BAC, which is $10 million. For all the three teams, we know the budget at completion is going to be $10 million. Team A is 10 million, Team B is 10 million, Team C is 10 million. The project progresses, right? And at the end of day 3, the project manager comes to Team A to check the progress of the project. And then he asks, what's the progress? Okay, the Team A says that they have completed 2 kilometers of road only at day 3, but they are supposed to complete 3 kilometers of road. But they have completed 2 kilometers of road, and then the project manager asks how much it costs. They say it costs them $4 million. Okay. So 2 kilometers of road, $4 million. But actual as per plan, it's supposed to be 3 kilometers of road, $3 million. Okay, so right now we have other values as plan value. Plan value is nothing but at day 3, they plan for 3 kilometers at $3 million. So the plan value is going to be $3 million. Right? The earned value, which is what is reported from the team, they say they only completed 2 kilometers of road. So the value of this 2 kilometers of road is $2 million. Each kilometer is 1 million. So 2 kilometers is going to be $2 million. So the earned value of this road is $2 million. And then you have the actual cost. So they say it took $4 million cost was $4 million to complete this 2 kilometers of road. So the actual cost AC is going to be $4 million. So you have three values now, which is the plan value. According to the plan, is going to be $3 million. But according to what happened, they only earned of $2 million because they only put a 2 kilometers of road. And it's nothing to do with how much they spent, or they only calculate based on how much work they have done. So they have done 2 kilometers of work, so you convert this 2 kilometers into dollar value, which is $2 million. And then the final thing is the actual cost, how much they actually spent in the project to complete it, which is going to be $4 million. Okay, so that's going to be the actual cost. So you have these three values now. Okay, so this is team A's status. So now the project manager goes to team B. Okay, the team B says they have completed the project. On the end of the day 3, they have completed 3 kilometers of road. Okay, and then they have spent $3 million, right? Okay, the plan value here is $3 million because at the end of day 3 they are supposed to spend 3 million each team, so it's 3 million, 3 million, 3 million. But the earned value here is 3 million also because they have completed 3 kilometers of road, right? So each kilometer is 1 million. So we convert the 3 kilometers into dollars, which is $3 million. So earned value becomes 3 million. And then the actual cost, the actual money they spend on the project is also 3 million. So the actual cost is going to be 3 million. Okay, so these are the three values for team B. The team C says, we have completed 4 kilometers of road at the end of the day 3, right? And then they have spent $3 million only to complete these 4 kilometers of road. Okay, so this is the scenario of team C. So team C, as usual, the plan value is going to be $3 million. Okay, the earned value, since they have completed 4 kilometers, earned value for them is going to be $4 million, right? And then the actual cost, they only spent $3 million to complete these 4 kilometers of road. So the actual cost for them is $3 million. Now you have the basic three parameters, which is plan value, earned value, and actual cost. Okay, so from here we are going to derive schedule variance and cost variance. The schedule variance is nothing but the way to measure whether your project is on schedule, is on time. Cost variance is a way to measure whether your project is within the budget or above the budget. Okay? So the formulas are very simple. Schedule variance is EV minus PV, and cost variance is EV minus AC. Okay, there are two simple things you need to remember. Both schedule variance and cost variance, they start with EV. They start with earned value. And the schedule variance, it minuses off planned value. Cost variance, it will minus off actual cost. Okay, so the way to remember that this is cost variance involves something called actual cost. So it's like actual money involved in cost variance. So CV, there's a cost here, and then there is actual cost. So the terms are similar here. The two cost text here. So just remember there's cost involved in cost variance. Both starts with earned value. Schedule variance minuses off planned value. The cost variance minuses off actual cost. Now we will go ahead and plug in the values, and then we will get the schedule variance and cost variance for team A. So for team A, the schedule variance is going to be earned value, which is $2 million, because they put only 2 kilometers of road, which is valued at $2 million, minus planned value, which is $3 million, because they're supposed to do 3 kilometers for day 3, so it's $3 million. So 2 million minus 3 million is going to give you minus $1 million. Okay. For cost variance is going to be earned value, which is $2 million again, minus the actual cost. They spent $4 million instead of $3 million. So the actual cost is going to be $4 million. So 2 minus 4 is going to be minus $2 million. So this is the schedule variance and cost variance for team A. For team B, we plug in the values. So the earned value is $3 million. And the planned value is $3 million again. So it's 0. Also for cost variance, the earned value is going to be $3 million. And the actual cost is also $3 million. So it's again 0. For team C, the schedule variance is going to be earned value, which is $4 million, because they put 4 kilometers of road, which is valued at $4 million, minus the planned value, which is going to be $3 million. So 4 minus 3 is going to give you $1 million. And then again the cost variance is going to be earned value, which is going to be again $4 million, minus the actual cost they spent $3 million, which is again going to be $1 million. Now we have got the SB and CV for 3 teams. So now we go ahead and interpret what this means. So whenever you see a negative value in SB or CV, which means it's bad, you can just straight away think it's bad. Okay, so whenever you see a negative sign, it's bad. So in SB, the bad translates to you're behind the schedule. Okay. In CV, the bad translates to you're ahead of budget, means you spent more. So team A is behind schedule and ahead of budget. Team B, they have both zeros, which means they are on track, they're on budget and they are on time. Okay? So they are on budget and on time. Team C, right? They have both positive values, which means they are ahead of the schedule and then they are behind the budget. Means they spent less, which means they are behind the budget. They are ahead of the schedule, which means they are performing better, performing faster. So these are the interpretations for the three teams. And now we will understand two more formula, which is SPI, Schedule Performance Index, and CPI, which is Cost Performance Index. So these two index is a measure of showing whether the project is on schedule and on budget. Okay, so Schedule Performance Index and Cost Performance Index, SPI and CPI. Okay, SPI and CPI formula closely relates with SV and CV. When SV and CV gives absolute numbers, SPI and CPI gives us an index, it's like a ratio. Okay. So SPI equal to earn value by plan value. If you see, the formula is very similar to schedule variance, just that schedule variance has a minus sign and this one is a division sign, because schedule variance is absolute number and SPI is a ratio. So it's EV by PV is a schedule performance index, and cost performance index, as your guess, is EV by AC. Right? So we plug in the values again. So you see SPI is going to be earn value. Earn value for this case is $2 million, and then the plan value is going to be $3 million. So the overall value of SPI is 0.666. Okay. For CPI is going to be, again, earn value is going to be $3 million, and then the actual cost is going to be $4 million. So the cost performance index is going to be 0.5. Okay. So you have SPI and CPI for Team A. So let's go to Team B. So Team B has SPI, earn value, which is $3 million again, and then the plan value, which is also $3 million, so it's going to be 1, right? And the CPI is not $1 million, it's a ratio, so it just remember it's 1. For CPI, it's going to be $3 million again. Why $3 million is 1? Okay, we go to Team C. The Team C, the SPI is going to be earn value, which is $4 million, divided by plan value, which is $3 million. So the output is going to be 1.333. And the CPI is going to be earn value, which is $4 million, divided by actual cost, which is $3 million. So again, the value is going to be 1.333. The value of SPI and CPI, if it is below 1, is bad. So below 1, you remember, is bad. Okay, when you say it's bad, in terms of SPI, it means you are behind the schedule. Okay. In terms of CPI, it means you are ahead of the budget. The team, if you see Team A, its both is less than 1, so they are behind the schedule and they are ahead of the budget. So Team B is both 1 is good, they are on track, and Team C both above 1 is good, which means they are ahead of schedule and then they are behind the budget. So this is SPI and CPI values. In the next part, you will see more formulas which will be based on the current formulas we have here, so that we have a complete understanding of earn value management.